anything. Oh no!
Back for you, ass!
The film opens with the Duncan family celebrating Kat's birthday, showcasing their close bond. Later, Kat and her father, William, share a meaningful moment during a softball game, united by their love for sports. Over dinner, her parents voice concern about her focus on sports over academics, but Kat assures them she can manage both and is determined to win the upcoming game. At the Den Strip Club, the notorious Fetter Boys take center stage as their leader, Donnie, brutally kills a man just as his sons, Rory and Danny, arrive. Danny announces he's ready to join the gang and receives his first gun, marking his entry into a life of crime. Meanwhile, the Duncan family returns home, with William and Kat celebrating their win over tacos. While waiting in the car, Kat is ambushed and dragged out by the Fetter Boys. Despite her desperate pleas, the gang shows no mercy. Danny proves his loyalty by killing her in his first mission. Hearing the gunshot, William rushes out, but he's too late. Overcome with grief and rage, he confronts Danny in the aftermath. Danny's attempt to knock out William failed, leading to his quick arrest. William and Jen were devastated by Kat's death, and their grief worsened when Danny received only a 5 to 7 year sentence. Denying the murder, Danny escaped full accountability as William's testimony was dismissed due to his concussion, leaving William furious, disillusioned, and struggling to accept the injustice. Reluctantly accepting a plea deal, William gave up on the legal system and pursued justice on his own. He tracked Danny, waiting for the gang's return to plan a final confrontation. As night fell, he hid in his car, ready to strike. When a street worker named Luna offered help, he coldly dismissed her, fixated on his mission. When Danny appeared, William snapped, ramming him with his car and beating him to death with a bat. He fled, rushed home, and washed the car to erase evidence. Inside, he exchanged brief words with his wife, who was watching an old family video. Alone in the bathroom, the reality sank in. He had crossed a line he could never undo. Meanwhile, at the Fetter Gang's club, Rory handed Donnie his street earnings, but Donnie warned there'd be no tolerance for future mistakes. Moments later, he was shaken by news of his brother's death. Rushing to the scene, Donnie stared at Danny's body in a bag, unable to accept the grim reality. A detective questioned William as a potential suspect. Tense but resolute, he denied involvement, with Jean backing his alibi. After the police left, Jen confronted him, leading to a heated argument. Hurt by her doubt, William struggled to bridge the gap between them through their shared grief. Meanwhile, at the club, Rory burned with a thirst for revenge. Rory ordered the gang to find the killer, and with Luna's tip, they identified William. The next day, Rory and Henley spotted him outside a cafe and moved to strike. William tried to flee but was caught, forcing him to fight for his life. William used his skills to defeat Henley and escaped, reporting the attack to nearby police. Rory, however, evaded arrest despite multiple crimes. At home, sensing danger, William secured the house while Jen suggested calling Chin for help. Meanwhile, police identified the victim as a Fetter Boys member, linking it to related crimes. William met Chin at home, where Chin expressed suspicion that William had sparked the conflict by avenging Kat's death. Acknowledging William's military skills and right to protect his wife, Chin agreed to station a police car outside their home for added security. Dante, a car smuggler, visited Roach's shop, trading black market parts for high-quality weapons. That evening, William confessed to Jen that he'd killed Danny in revenge for their daughter. Suddenly, a thrown bottle forced a police car to leave, allowing Rory and Donnie to break in. What began as talk quickly turned violent. Jen was shot, and William collapsed. Bleeding on the floor, William called 911 before the intruders fled. He awoke in the hospital, devastated to learn Jen had died. Broken and injured, he struggled to carry on, but the medical team supported him. Chin visited, calling him a miraculous survivor, urging him to recover and warning they'd report his death if he gave up, reminding him to fight for a normal life. After days of treatment, William accepted his loss and relearned to walk. Disguised as a janitor, he slipped out unnoticed. At a Western motel, he caught Dante shoplifting. The next day, after withdrawing money, William shared his conflict with the Fetter boys, and Dante, sensing opportunity, offered to help. William hesitated but turned to Dante for a gun. Dante showed firearms and recounted a past clash with the Fetter boys, where he was shot and lost a cousin. United by their hatred, Dante offered help. William bought guns, ammo, jackets, and a car, preparing for his revenge. William caught Zach engrossed in a video game and launched a surprise attack, sparking a brutal fight. Despite Zach's size, William gained the upper hand. Zach begged for mercy, pleading for his daughter's life, but William showed none. Hours later, police found Zach's lifeless body. Chin updated Donnie, warning the conflict with William was far from over and urging Rory to lay low after William killed Rory's gang members. The meeting grew tense as federal agents ignored the advice, continuing their pursuit of William. Outside, William spotted Chin leaving his hideout and grew suspicious. Feeling betrayed, he angrily confronted Chin with a police gun. Together, they entered the house, where William accused Chin of betrayal for failing to protect their community's defender. Chin admitted the Fetter gang's immunity, but noted the irony of their unchecked violence. William warned that things would escalate and threatened to kill Chin if he intervened, yet promised to surrender for now. The next day, Donnie ordered Rory to kill William, and they set off to execute the plan. Unaware William had anticipated them, they found him hiding drunk in a car outside the club. He silently took out the guard and entered Donnie's office, causing Donnie to panic. Sensing the end, Donnie urged William to finish quickly. William then recalled the intense emotions of killing Danny for the first time. In that moment, William felt numb, wondering if Donnie had felt the same when he killed Jen. Despite his doubt, he shot Donnie, the man who destroyed his family. The gunshot echoed through the club, scattering people. Without remorse, William grabbed Donnie's phone and calmly called Rory to announce his father's death. Rory stayed calm amid the chaos as the Fetter brothers returned to find Donnie's body. Unmoved by his father's death, Rory's focus shifted when William's voice echoed through the club, confirming his presence. William chased by the Fetter brothers, knowing the odds were against him. Seeking revenge, he tried to de-escalate, but violence erupted. During the shootout, William took one of Rory's men hostage, but Rory shot him without hesitation. Injured in the shoulder, William narrowly escaped, crawling up a staircase. Dante watched William struggle as Luna reported his motel location. Rory and his men soon arrived, found no evidence, and executed William, deeming him worthless. Rory shouted William's name to assert control, but William, refusing to quit, teamed up with Dante to strike first. Outnumbered, they fled the motel amid a fierce shootout. As night fell, Dante sought help from Roach, who quickly led them to a garage where his gang ambushed Rory's vehicle, forcing a retreat. Rory charged into the garage, causing casualties on both sides. Wounded, he, Dante, and William shared their bitterness over Danny's unjust death. Grieving, Rory called the world cruel. Seizing the moment, William stabbed Rory in the neck with a screwdriver, a sneer on Rory's face that haunted William forever.